What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some more news concerning Big John Fury. Big John Fury, in a recent article by way of an interview by Stamina for Sale, as you guys remember, I promised I'll give you all the info and all the counterpunching that I possibly can about that. But this particular counterpunch is coming from John Fury, stating that Tyson Fury's team is not telling him the truth. You know, of course, he called Javen Sugar Hill 10%, but he said that about most of the people that work up under Tyson Fury, okay? And he said they're afraid of telling him the truth. They don't have their best and his best interest at heart, and they're frightened they're going to get sacked or fired. Let me counterpunch. John Fury, I don't think knows what he's talking about, because he's contradicting himself each and every turn. First of all, if Tyson Fury is undefeated, there's a reason why, according to you. You took part in that. And at what part does Javen Sugar Hill have to do with sabotaging Tyson Fury? See, he hasn't came with any liable example. When someone says something to me or about anything or anybody, I always say, give me examples. Okay? Examples will set you free with me. Bars. And him talking about Javen Sugar Hill again, or him talking about Tyson Fury's team, doesn't warrant those guys are doing a bad job, because he's still undefeated, right? And the team really putting him in here with Chisora, giving Dillian White his final shot after he's been knocked out cold by Alexander Povetkin. I think that's a pretty big pick, or a pretty good judge of character on who or what opponents to fight, right? So I don't know what John Fury's talking about. It seems to me like he wants Tyson Fury just like his son Tommy Fury. See, the way he dictates Tommy Fury's career, he wants that with his older son. The only problem is John Fury went to jail, man. He went to jail. He basically pulled a Floyd Mayweather Sr. And then when he got out, his son was in a better position than where he went in. And I think because of that, he had no partake in that. He had no power over that. He might have gave Tyson some encouraging words behind a glass, you know, in prison. But other than that, he really didn't warrant anything, or he doesn't really deserve any credit of doing anything for Tyson Fury while he was locked up that time being, right? And when you're looking at someone like John Fury, someone that really doesn't or hadn't had the career he might have wanted, that's where I think and see all this aggression is coming from. Think about it. Let's look examples, right? Let's look at other fighters that really didn't do so well, but their kids did. Floyd Mayweather Sr., for one, he didn't excel like his son did, okay? So he was always pretty much high-strung. He became a very good trainer, and he channeled his energy through that avenue, through that pathway, right? Who else? Couldn't say Hector Camacho, because that's the opposite. Teofimo Lopez Sr. I don't know if he boxed or not, but obviously he did if he had his son in there like that, right? So that's why he's so amped to get his son where he couldn't be, okay? Angel Garcia, father of Danny Garcia, same thing. You see these guys that probably, I don't know if Angel boxed before. I don't know if he boxed before. But I can tell you this. There's a reason why people are so amped and they try to vicariously live through their kids. And John Fury's one of them. Now let's look at that in reverse. Had they excelled in life like probably they were supposed to, or would have if something of their own doing kept them from doing so, okay? Give you an example. Julio Cesar Chavez Sr., you know, he had no pony, and I mean, he had nothing else to prove by his own legacy, right? His son was doing well, but his son never lived up to him, right? But do you see him trying to train? Do you see him all amped up like he's trying to relive something? No. He's a happy guy, and he's still banging that heavy bag to this day. Who else? Sugar Shane Mosley. Sugar Shane Mosley was one of the best lightweights I've ever seen. You put him in there with Lomachenko and all those guys, bro, that would be one hell of a fight, I tell you, and he'd whoop a lot of that ass now. He was one of the best I've ever seen. So he had a great career. I think he fought a little too long, but he got that money on the back end because I guess he needed it, trying to stack that paper before he, chunked up the deuces. Okay, good, great. But his son, not too great. You know what I mean? Shane Mosley Jr. is nothing like his father. But do you see him bitching, belly aching, pissing and moaning? No, you don't. Why? Because he did, and he had a complete, full, successful career. Okay, so these type of examples will show you the good and bad on how fathers try to live through their sons based on how their career went or should have went. But anyway, back to John Fury. I think this is a case of him trying to sabotage everything because he should have done something more of what he wanted to do, but he didn't. He wasn't the heavyweight that his son is, okay? And I think that makes him bitter. And I think he's trying to replace everybody because he wants to be in control because of his ego. That's my counterpunch on that. You guys tell me what you think of John Fury telling Tyson Fury that his team is telling him complete lies. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.